Shalom, shalom. Good morning, guys. Good morning. God bless you all as you listen to this wonderful video. My name is Samuel, and I want to continue on what we were discussing about yesterday. That was on the subject matter on a purposeful life, a purposeful existence. But before we dive into the subject matter of why we are here, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that someone else will listen to it and be blessed somewhere. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, by the way. So, like I earlier said, we were discussing on the subject matter of a purposeful life. And I said purpose is something that predefines your essence, and you cannot live a purposeful life out of God, because purpose is that thing that was written concerning you from the studios of eternity before you arrived into time. And I said many of us are running helter-skelter, looking for what to eat, where to sleep, and how to cohabit with our society, but we don't even know why we are here, and that is the main essence for our creation. Life is not all about coming into time, looking for what to eat, succeeding, and dying at a good old age. It's part of it. But if you live for 80 years and you never found your purpose in the journey of those 80 years, what you actually did is that you existed for 80 years, because I earlier said that existence is as a result of breath on your nostrils. You cannot live out of God. Life only starts and ends in God. Many of us, we existed. Many people existed. They never lived. You can never live out of God. I can bet you. Jesus, I earlier told you that Jesus said life eternal is to the degree in which you know God, which you know and mirror portray the character of God and can demonstrate God experientially to your generation and to the society where you live. And I also said that purpose, I divide it into 3 categories. And the first thing to live a purposeful life, a life that is worth glorifying, is have a vision. Vision will become your obsession, the thing that will be your main focus, and all the days of your life, what you will want to do is to make sure that that vision is being fulfilled and manifested to its full potentials. The second thing to live a purposeful life is to know the strategy. Strategize your vision. You don't just run with a vision without a strategy. You have to know how to apply it and know how to manipulate to make sure that that video, oh my God, that vision comes to pass. Because many people died with buried visions. There are a lot of people who died with buried companies that never came to manifest, and because they had those companies, they had those visions in mind, but they never tried to apply it. One of the most difficult things that you encounter in the journey of life is to start a project, especially something that no one has ever done before. And the problem is because we have this fear. We are scared, and because of what society told us. Who are you to do this? Who are you to do that? And that fear, that intimidation that we were born into has made us die with a lot of buried dreams, with a lot of buried companies, with a lot of buried ministries that never came to the fullness of their potentials because of fear and distraction. So the first thing is to have a vision. Second thing is to know the strategy of how to fulfill that vision. And the third thing is how that vision is going to benefit the society. If your vision doesn't benefit society, then your vision is useless. If you look at the vision of Moses, it benefited a whole nation of Israel. They let my people go, a people that had been in slavery, and at one point it had become, their situation had become hopeless, and they never had hope again. But because God gave Moses a divine vision, Moses searched for the strategy and he thought of how the vision can benefit these people. He sacrificed. That is where sacrifice comes in, where you grow beyond self. So what I want us to discuss today, is in the subject matter of the how. How to live a purposeful life. How do I go about living a purposeful life? What can I do to live a life that is worth talking of, even after I am not longer on the face of the earth? It's not all about having a vision. It's not all about knowing the strategy on how to manifest that vision to its full potential. It's not all about the people. These are the primary reasons for a vision, because it's always all about the people and bringing a society to a better place for human habitation. So how? It's very important when you know the how, because the question of the why has already been answered. Let's dive into economics a bit. In economics, in the production sector, before they produce a particular product, there are three questions that they ask: how to produce, where to produce, and for whom to produce. Those are the basic economics concepts in the production process. So when you know the why you are here is how, the next question you have to answer is the how. Because we live in a society where there are a lot of distractions, we are busy here and there. There are a lot of things that will naturally draw our attention to shift us from our vision. So the how to make that vision come to pass is very important, because we have a lot of things that will make sure that that vision will never come to pass. And that very first and most important above many others is the devil. The devil cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. To steal, to kill, and to destroy. John chapter 10 and verses number 10. What does he steal? The vision. What does he kill? The vision. What does he destroy? The vision. He will make sure that that vision never comes to pass, or it never comes to the manifestation of its full potentials. And how does he do it? With distraction. And it is rather unfortunate that our generation is too distracted with a lot of things. So anything that will make that vision not come to pass is what Satan will fight to make sure that it never comes to pass. One of the ways Satan does it is through fear. You will be scared and be intimidated of your vision, and you will be like, no one has ever done this. Why will I? How can I do it? That is fear. You will be scared of your vision and you can never manifest to its full potentials because of the fear, the arrow of fear that you will shoot in your spirit man. Because anything that God is doing is what Satan wants to do in the negative supernatural. And it is rather unfortunate that if you journey in the corridor of purpose, because remember I told you that you cannot have a purposeful life out of God. If you journey in the corridor of purpose, the first person you will meet is Satan, because he comes first. And it will depend on your confidence, on your ability to challenge him as per the finished works of the Christ, that will make your vision successful. Because he comes first before Jesus comes, before God comes. God comes after. So distraction. What our generation has not understood is the language of combating distraction. We are distracted with a lot of things. Distraction. So I will continue in the next video. Thank you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.